I do not know how this is recording me, but we shall see. Right now, in the moment, I am setting up some stuff. I just gotta send this to some groups and things. It's just taking a moment because I have to go through and do stuff. I also want to check really quick. How's my... Can make it a little bit more. Sorry I haven't looked at the chat yet or really anything else. I just need to do one more. Well, two more actually. And one more. And then I will open up the stream again so I could chat with people. Okay, and now to pull back up the stream. Hey! Hi, 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 hi. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We are going to be working on some Malevolent stuff. We're gonna hide that. Oh boy, how do I want to start this next bit? It's been a hot minute since I actually worked on this thing. One quick thing I want to check really quick, hold on. Okay, hold on a second. Let me, My mic, I just noticed, is doing fuzzy stuff. I've been, trying to edit it so it's not, so it doesn't sound so bad like the last one. Hold on a second. I just noticed is doing fuzzy stuff. I've been trying to edit it so it's not so it doesn't sound so bad like the last one. Hold on a second. That was me kind of playing my my thing. Okay. That's something that we're going to kind of have to deal with a little bit. Let me just pull up the chat. Please let me know if everything sounds kind of weird or if I need to fix something. I'm trying to make my settings better because I noticed in the last one the audio was just kind of going in and out, and it was kind of bad. Open up, please. Thank you. I need this one. Open up, please. Thank you. It kind of sounded really bad, so yeah. I'm trying to remember, like, the style I was going for with this. Hold on a second. Because it's been, like, a hot minute. Okay. Perfect. We got that as a reference, and that's also a sneak peek to another part of this animation I finished a while ago. Okay. That is perfectly fine. Anyway, how have you guys been doing? I've been here, living. This is also screaming in my ears. I don't know how my volume on my headphones can be so loud. I know it's not as loud as for you guys. I'm actually a lot louder, but it, yeah, no, I don't like that. There we go. That looks a bit better. And we'll get that a little bit up there. Perfect. But I am good. I am personally pretty decent despite things, but it is. You know, it's going. I forgot that I made this really big. Let's go down a little bit. Not that much. Okay. So tell me about your guys' days. How's you been doing? In this crazy, crazy world of ours. Anyway, got anything new going on? Because me, myself, it's mostly been... Ooh, wait, hold on a second. Changing that. A lot of me with backgrounds is just a lot of stylizing. Just a lot of style messing around-ness. So I tend to just mess around with things and see how they go. And I just kind of wanted to be a chill, vibey stream. Probably won't go as long as the previous stream though, only because I've been recently replaying The Last of Us 2. And I didn't realize how much I've been wanting to replay The Last of Us 2 until I started replaying The Last of Us 2. And so now I'm kind of like, you know what would be really fun right now? Let's play The Last of Us 2. But I was also just playing it just now. And I want to stream today, so that's where I'm at. But I can't help it. It's a fun game. It's a very fun game. I have a lot of fun with it. I said fun like 5 times just now. But I was just playing it, so... yeah, that looks good. So if you are wondering what I'm animating right now, I'm working on an animation that I started a couple months ago, and I took a huge break from it because of school. My schoolwork is pretty busy. It's pretty heavy packed this semester. So I took a break from it. I was also getting frustrated with this part because here's the secret, the super secret special information about this animation is, and it's only relevant up until like what I'm currently working on, but I really want to get past this part of this animation because I'm really excited for everything that happens after the like first, I would say, 1 minute and 20 seconds of this audio that I'm using, which if you don't know the audio I'm using, it's called The Woods by Sam Furman. I believe that's the name of the song. Let me look at it. Furman. It's by Sam Furman. It's a really good song. And I liked it a lot. So I was like, I'm gonna animate a thing with it. Not because, ooh, that's really pretty. Not because Harlan Guthrie recommended it, which you didn't think that's the case. Actually, I wasn't even gonna plan on making a Malevolent animation like ever, only because I'm like, oh, I already got ideas for like stuff for the Silverses. Oh yeah, also I just like messing around with my brushes just to see what fit. I'm trying to remember which ones I used for the background here. But I think I could figure it out. I had like a tree brush, but there we go. Here's one of the brushes. Anyway, I wasn't gonna do a Malevolent animation because I was like, I already got ideas for like a TMA animation, and I already got ideas for a Silver's animation, and I already want to do stuff with In Harmony for animations. Like, I can't keep doing all these animation projects or like have them in the back burner. But then Harlan recommended this song, and I was like, oh, I'll at least give it a listen, because regardless of whatever, like, I'm probably going to, I don't know, I'm upping the saturation for that. That's not at all what I want to do. Regardless of, like, whatever, I thought it would be, like, great for, like, motivation stuff for whenever I want to draw Malevolent-related things. And what ended up happening is, like, you know how sometimes when you're, like, drawing and you, like, have an idea for a, you get, like, an idea for an animation in your head in, like, a music video, and you're just kind of like, oh, man. Yeah, that's what ended up happening with this. So I was like, oh, well, fuck, I guess I'm making a Malevolent animation. And so I did, and it's like, I was like, I don't know if I'll finish this because, you know, motivation and all that, which probably would have hit when I took my break from it if it wasn't for the fact that Harlan Guthrie also saw, like, the one whip I did post publicly of it, and I was like, oh, fuck, now I'm gonna have to finish this because I am hit with the dreaded case of expectation, which can sometimes be a very good motivator for me, unfortunately. So, you know, it is what it is. I may get a lot of backgrounds for this simple, you know, lineless, whatever. These nature brushes have been helping out a lot. So it is what it is. Now I need to make a road. Hold on a second. Okay. Needs to be, nope. Now I have to say about here. No. Yeah, take a little bit more of that. And then go back down all the way. I need this to shrink all the way to this, and boom. Hold on a second. Need to lock that. Boom. There we go. Perfect. And then go here. I probably shouldn't have used that color though for the, like, obviously dark grayish, blackish road color. There we go. That's more accurate. And then we're gonna reselect that and invert it, and we're going to make this kind of like dirt. Because this is going to be where our puddle is going to be at. And hopefully this looks fine. Let me see how the storyboarder looks with it. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. that will work. Oh, whoops. And then we keep going. And that's just really all there is to it. I want to definitely go back to working on this, and I'm hoping that, like, once I'm like, oh man, I'm closer to the parts of this I really, really want to get to, then that will hit in, and I could be like, oh yeah, doing that. But I mean, like, I do want to finish this. That's, like, my one thing, is I would like to, like, get more animation stuff out there, because I haven't been doing it that much. And the reason why I haven't been doing it that much is because of comic stuff and school stuff, and I'm just, like, I have so much shit on my hands. I should be doing more, though, because my animation classes actually start next semester, so I'm going to be doing more school animation stuff, but when it comes to, like, personal projects, not as much. I actually should be making this darker, too, because it rained. Actually, wait a second. I could do that by... Nope. Nope. There we go. Okay. Haha, perfect. Okay, set that to multiply, get yourself a nice light blue, get some noise. Maybe make it a bit grayer than that. And then you're gonna make it darker, especially there. And there you go, your filthy, filthy road now looks like it may have gotten rained on, possibly. Whoops. That's fine, we can fix that. Okay, why are you doing that? Oh, it's... I'm a fucking idiot. I have it on, that. Okay, come on. Be a little neater. I'm gonna be going over a little bit because I have to add grass texture and shit and cracks and all that to make it look like a nice worn down road. But, you know, I don't know what streets looked like back in the 1930s. I can have a little bit of leeway with it. Okay. Let's take this off for a quick second. Where's my, No, it's not that one. It's this one. Here we go. Take that off. It's only for like a few brief frames, so I'm not worried about making the ground look too like spectacular or whatever, but I would like for it to look nice. Oh, whoops. I meant to hit play. Why does this keep saying top messages? I want to see all messages. I want to see what everybody is saying, if everybody is saying things. Okay. Let us get this done. So now we want to go back up. And we want to add some grass. Distant grass? Nah, it's not that distant. Where's some grass blocks at? Oh, whoops. That's a grassy texture there. And then we need some details. And make it a little bigger. There we go, that looks grassy enough. Let's add some of the foliage. Oh, I forgot about that brush. Oh yeah, that's for above. Loose foliage. I always like messing around with these. Tree tops, which I was using. It's another tree builder. Scattered blocking. These are fun to mess with. Tree blocking. I don't need that. Or that. Yeah. Hmm. And then I did have a, ooh, that's not what I wanted. Bush base, here we go, that's another one I wanted. Okay. And we want to make perfect. Most of that isn't going to be shown on screen, even if the camera's going to be a bit static, but it's good to have it. Gives it some definition. Okay, time to make the road on this look a bit more part of the scene. Because I think I'm pretty much done with this part. That's not the color I want at all. I need this to stretch out. Okay, well then we'll just have to move this one down a little bit. Actually, you know what? I'll leave it. There we go. And here we go. We got our background. Hold on a second though. Okay. It works. Now time for my other favorite thing to do, which is not that one. Animating. Layer by layer. Starting with our keyframes. What was the one that I found that was kind of close to? I think it was this one, which is fine because this gives me the back. This gives me the vibes of when a couple of years ago I had to animate GLaDOS from probably the last time I animated like a complicated piece of machinery, but I had to animate GLaDOS from Portal. And I was sitting there looking at like a reference sheet of GLaDOS, just being like, how the fuck am I going to do this? Now I'm like, I just need to make this car look like it's going down the road. And that's it. It's the only time you're animating the actual car. Just get it done. And I'm like sitting here like, this isn't gonna look good. But you know what? You only live once, I guess. Says my middle school self. To quote me from the 8th grade. Jeez. Okay. But hey, you know what? It'll look cool. It'll probably look bad for a first attempt, though. It'll be like, whoa, you tried animating a car without 3D software, you pleb. And I'll be like, yeah, because I don't own Blender. I haven't downloaded it yet. Does that make me powerful? Probably not. It makes me probably stupid, but the good news is I know how to use references, motherfucker. Sorry for all the cursing. I'm kind of just vibing with this, and also thinking about The Last of Us 2 again. It's a good game. It's a good game. Love The Last of Us series. I don't know, have any of you guys seen the TV show? Because the TV show is also really good. It's very good. I was kind of worried that they were gonna do it dirty, but I honestly really liked it. I think my only critique about it, but this is just more of a personal Daryl thing rather than like the actual falling of the show, is I wish there were more zombies. I like the zombie aspect of The Last of Us a lot, but I personally felt like The Last of Us show had less zombies than I would have liked. I would have liked a lot more zombies. Other than that, though, only like actual criticism of the show, and it's more of like a personal taste criticism. The Last of Us show has managed to write one of the most beautiful mainstream queer plot lines I have ever seen, in like one of the like most beautiful ways possible. I never thought a show would make me feel so much for Frank and Bill as the show has, considering that we don't even see Frank at all in the game, and Bill's kind of he's kind of a dipshit in the show, but he's not like I should have said Last of Us spoilers, I'm sorry, but anyway. He's not as much of a dipshit in the show as he is in the games. I love how they rewrote their relationship in the show compared to the games. Like, I mean, there's like I didn't have any issue with how they had Bill written in the game, just because like more or less, unless you knew outside of the show that he was a queer man, it's not like they gave him like a homophobic storyline or whatever, unlike some other video games that have had done that with their characters. I can name a couple, but in regards to with The Last of Us, like, especially since there's so much queer up in The Last of Us game series already, like, how Bill was in the first game didn't bother me, but I honestly love what they went with instead for the show. I love that so much, and they didn't even have to do it. That was like the best part. They could have just been like, oh yeah, we're gonna make Frank, not Frank. I'm getting the two of them messed up. We're gonna make Bill just like how he is in the game. He's gonna be like an asshole. He's gonna be rude to Ellie. Yada yada yada. I guess they could kind of had rewritten it because they wanted to do the they probably wanted to do the thing that they did to make the plot line in the show go faster for the first season. At the same time, though, I think what they went with for this was good. It was really good. I'm not going to do some fancy smashy stuff with the rest of this, only because I want to get done with it. Look at my car. This actually came out pretty good. Pretty decent. I think it helps that I have, like, the right angle for, like, most of my keyframes already, anyway. Take a quick sip of water. I made a comment a while ago that I was like, if any actual animator could see how I do my animation frames, they would probably want to kill me, and I still think my opinion is correct, but, yeah, my animation teacher's gonna be like, we're gonna be doing a 2D animation project, and I'm gonna be like, okay, great, watch this, and they're gonna be like, why do you do this to yourself? And I'm gonna be like, listen, buddy, I don't have answers for you. Wish I did, but I don't. I am but a gay little creature, peddling my wares to my audience. See, watch me peddle them. I am providing the content that you probably were not asking for, but didn't know you need. And you may be sitting there thinking, Daryl, I didn't ask for this, but let me tell you, buddy, you may not have been asking for it, but you have been needing it. Today I bring you Eldritch Lovecraftian horror podcast. Tomorrow, who knows? Who knows what will be happening tomorrow? Maybe I will be doing another animation. Maybe it won't even be this animation. Maybe I'll start on that TMA animation that I was like, it's gonna live in my head until I actually sit down and do it. Because I do have TMA animation in mind. And same with I do want to do a storyboard scene with TMA, and I want to restart my storyboard that I did for Malevolent for a scene storyboard I was doing, because I was doing a couple of those. Once again, the issue is getting me to sit down and actually do it. And then just some other things that I want to do. I kind of want to, I like dabbling in a bunch of other little stuff. A bunch of little things. Piss. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the mood right now. It's pretty gray and rainy. It's actually not that much different from what I'm fucking working on outside. Very, very cloudy and dark. Thanks! I looked up cars for 1934 and rolled with what I got, because I am neither a car fanatic nor somebody who draws cars regularly. And I decided, you know what, the first time I'm going to make a bit of an effort in a car drawing is going to be me animating a car, and I am not using 3D models for references, even though I probably should, because that would save me so much friggin' time. Save me so much, ooh, I got the wrong bit of vector layer. Save me so much time, so much skill. And a lot of stuff. Thank you. I just like torturing myself. That kind of really is the gist of it. Okay. But yeah, I'll probably stream more animation stuff with this. Stream it at least until I can get myself to actually motivate to finish this last part on my own, because I'm just keep thinking about like the later parts where I'm like, oh yes, I'm so excited to animate this, but I gotta get this part done and this part done and this part done, and it's just like, why don't I just go and finish it so I can get to the parts that I keep thinking about how much I want to get to. I want to get to the part where I'm gonna use raw meat. Like, I never had an animation where I use pictures of raw meat. I can't wait to put pictures of raw meat. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm putting pictures of raw meat in this animation. I have, I'm not opening them up, but I have a couple of files of pictures that I have taken of a brisket, and I'm going to be doing some funky photography stuff with them, for a whole part of this. If you want to know, like where my mindset goes with this, because I one of the things that I like doing that I don't do enough anymore, I dabbled in it a bit a while ago, and I haven't done it that much since, but I like putting photography in my in art stuff, and I had the idea for this thing to do it with animation as well, so I was like, I'm going to do that. And it's also something that I have planned for with In Harmony. There's like sections of it that I want to take like photographies of. And I have done an animation where I used photography for parts of it. Let me, I forgot that my mouse is unplugged. My mouse is unplugged because I'm using my good microphone. It's one from a bit ago. It's, this one right here. But this background, and this background were photos I took, and then I just messed around with the colors and stuff for a bit. Which isn't what I'm going for with the meat pictures, but it's technically the first time I used photography with my animations, because I don't really want to do just like, oh, photos for backgrounds instead of drawing the backgrounds, because that would be cool, but it's also kind of not what I'm going for, and it's kind of a bit more complicated than necessary, so I'm not doing that. But, you know, you get the picture. Okay. That's the back of the car. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tomorrow I might get more of this done, or more comic work done. I started working on page 4 of In Harmony, which is great. I got past the, like, I have like a whole prequel part planned that's kind of like, what is it? It's basically just like, oh, I thought this was gonna be a horror, not a horror comic, not a fantasy comic, but it's kind of a novel in a comic. That's like a little excerpt of it. The main character, Pacific, has a story that they're working on throughout the like plot of In Harmony. That is important for reasons. And the beginning of my comic is like a little bit of that story. It's like one of those like cheesy fantasy, like young hero goes off on an epic quest to go save a kingdom that they are the child of a ruler of. It's like that kind of like cute, cheesy stuff. And they are writing a poetic novel. So all the dialogue and the story and the narration and stuff is poetry. Very bad poetry, not because they're a bad poet, but because I don't dabble in poetry as much, at least before I started writing this. And I had made the mistake of being like, I could make my main character a writer, and specifically a poet. How hard can that be? Very hard, because my own poetry makes me cringe, but I have to get over cringing, which is great, because that's kind of one of the issues that I already written into my character, which is that they think their own writing makes them cringe, so they're like, not having a very, both a relatable experience, but also kind of saved myself with that one by including that into it. Okay. And then we're just gonna make these guys shapes because it's brief. So I don't need to worry so much about adding details to Kellen and Arthur just yet. Let's get to the front of this car. Oh, I just realized how many times I'm gonna have to do this. My goal at the very least for tonight is to be able to get all of the mainframes done. Because if I get all the keyframes done, then that is one step closer to me being done than I have been in the last like month. Because I do want to get this finished. I don't want this to like take forever. My last like big animation thing I did took me about a year. And that's because I took like a 4-month break from it, and I kind of don't want to do that again, so. But I might be able to get more stuff done this summer. I might be able to get more stuff done considering what happened to my job the other day. Somebody drove into my job, so I have no idea what's going to be happening from here on out other than what they've told me for what the plans for the next couple, like, for the next week or so is going to be. But, I don't need to go into those details on a YouTube stream. You just need to know that I am at least still having a job. But I'm going to need to get to work on getting that Patreon that I've been wanting to set up done soon. Because if they cut my hours because of this, I need the monies. I need the monies pretty well, gosh darn good, because I am but a small artist who's going to school, and unfortunately school costs money, and even though I'm kind of good for that for a bit, I'm kind of still needing money for school. Gotta pay those loans, you know, you gotta love that. So get that Patreon set up and do that. That's what I gotta do. Okay. That is our first car. So now, when we play it, let's put another keyframe there. And then this one is tiny, and then he's smaller, and then he's gone. Okay. Oh, before I continue on with this, let's save it. Oh, and I also realize I have to shade it. Oh, why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to myself? Okay. It's fine. Hi, Stella. Why are you laying under my chair? My dog is laying down next to me. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yes, you are good. Okay, back of the car. Let's get this bread. I need a smaller brush for this because this car is driving away. I also have to remember that there's grass right here. Okay. What did I draw? Okay. I'm using my own reference for this car, mostly because I need to keep it consistent. I'm also gonna have to like erase parts of this. So that way when this is up, it goes behind the grass. Do 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 ba ba bum ba bum ba ba bum. This isn't really that much. It's the angle of the car. Okay, and then onto the last major keyframe, which is literally just the car going this way. Perfect. Okay, let's hide that and then see how it looks. Hold on a second. I thought it would play in a circle. That's what Audacity does when I play it. I also need to add the, like, them going through the water, going sploosh, but that will be for later. I also need to add headlights. Oh, this part's gonna have so much shit in it. Okay, let's get to it. Oh, whoops. Didn't realize it was on a vector layer. Okay, how am I gonna fucking do this? Fuck. um... I'm going to have to improvise so fucking hard. Hold on, I'm sending this to some friends really quick. That's the tagline for the stream, is animating a car is pain and suffering. Okay. I actually kind of get in the groove for it though. Hey! Yeah, those are some people that you and I know. What are they doing here? I don't know. The tagline for this stream is animating a car is pain and suffering. And here's the thing is I could easily have done the lackadaisy thing of it, because what they did is they animated their car in Blender and then they traced over it in Toon Boom. Which I don't have Toon Boom, but I do have, I could download Blender. I just don't want to. I don't want to go through the effort of learning a new program just to make an animation and learn a new skill that can aid me in the creation of other animations. No, I'm going to suffer for my art like a artist who is stupid does. I forgot I didn't add the rest of the door there. There we go. Okay. Oops. Let's fix you. There we go. Yeah. I'm not much of a 3D modeler. I mean, I've done 3D modeling stuff before. I actually have a couple of animations from when I took classes for it on my YouTube. And I don't like the modeling aspect of it. I don't mind the animation aspect so much, so if I were to, like, get hired for an animation job that was just 3D animating, I would do that, but not the modeling. I don't like the modeling. It's just, I don't know. Which is funny, because I actually do like working in, like, ceramics and shit like that, and making little statues and things, but I just don't like the... I don't know, maybe I'm just feeling a bit cynical about 3D animation, because I'm a 2D animator at heart. Okay. There we go, I think this car is done. Let's see how it moves now. It was pretty good. I just don't like it when it hitches here because then it has all this space. But it moves pretty good. I'll have to add the water in that though, but... Oh dear. Next one. Let's get this bread. This says we're at 43 seconds of animation, which is kind of true, kind of a lie, because, kind of a lie because I actually do have like a almost 30-second intro in the actual video file, because as you can tell this is like a middle part of the song. Well, I have to compile all these clips together somewhere. So yeah, that's just kind of been where I've been at. Good thing Dracula Daily didn't update today, otherwise I'd be probably sitting here being like, oh my god, I need to listen to the new Dracula Daily episode. Because I've been listening to that. I've read Dracula before. Funny enough, not because, okay, actually, that's kind of not true because, not that reading Dracula, I have read Dracula before part. That part's true. I was gonna say, not because of Dracula Daily, but that's also kind of false. I did own a copy of Dracula before Dracula Daily became a thing. But I didn't start reading it until after Dracula Daily became a thing. And the reason why I started reading it after Dracula Daily became a thing was because the reason for it was because I saw it was a thing, and I was like, well, this is a book I got for Christmas. I got it for Christmas, so I was like, why don't I go and read it now, because I have it, and because Dracula Daily was a thing. And so I managed to, through the whole time, stay ahead of everybody. But I only finished, maybe a couple weeks before the actual last journal entry in Dracula. But, yeah, I have read Dracula before. But now, through the power of podcasting and its sweet, I don't fucking know, availability, whatever, and voice acting and shit, I have decided to go listen to R.E. Dracula. Which I'll have to do a podcast recommendation video for that soon, but I've already decided that my next one's going to be Tales from the Radiator, mostly because that was going to be my next one, I think it was originally going to be my one after Appalachia, and then I was re-listening to Jarverbook, so I was like, okay, well, I'll do Jarverbook next as my next one. And then The Visor came out, and I was like, oh, I'll go do The Visor, because The Visor was really good. And so I did that, and now I'm going to be doing Tales from the Radiator as my next one. I got, my plans are, because I'm re-listening to some podcasts now along with some new ones, so my current plans are to do Tales from the Radiator as my next one, then do R.E. Dracula, then do Old Gods of Appalachia, and then most likely my next one will be Red Valley, only because I'm currently catching up with a podcast that I'm a little bit behind on. That is not going to be on my recommendations, my to do a recommendation video list yet for a little bit, only because I'm doing Tales from the Radiator and it's a podcast by the same company. Hold on a second, I want to see how this looks. Okay. Because it's by the same company, so I'm gonna take a bit. Yeah, I mean, with the power of podcasts, it's just kind of like you could jump in whenever, and I figured I wasn't going to be able to keep up with it daily anyway, which is why I never opted in for the emails. The podcasting bit is a bit easy, because most episodes are about the length it takes for me to get from my house to my school, and sometimes they take, my trip from my house to my job, so it has been easy to keep up then. Hold on a second. Sophia, can you take Stella out? Sophia? Okay, I didn't hear you. She's staring at me. Come on, go to Sophia. Go to Sophia, come on. Even she voiced her concerns about going to the bathroom. What was I saying? Yeah, so that's kind of why I think regarding Dracula is going to be a little bit easier for me than if I had done like what I was thinking of doing last year and like reading the journal entries as they came out on Dracula Daily. But I honestly didn't really want to do that at the time, so I just read the whole book. But yeah, those are my next 3. It's gonna, or possibly next 4. It's a very, my lists tend to be very, flexible. The only one that is guaranteed is that my next one absolutely is gonna be Tales from the Radiator. I just need to record something for it. I haven't decided what yet. It's if you don't know what Tales from the Radiator is, it's a anthology podcast. It's not typically a horror one. It's the whole design for it is it's the company that runs it. It's Strong Branch Productions. It's their way of like introducing new writers and voice actors into podcasting. So a lot of the people that they have are mostly people who aren't like big name people that like everybody knows, like, you know, like Graham Roat, Johnny Sims, and all of them. It tends to be smaller, lesser known people. And I'm not doing a podcast podcast recommendation series episode about it just because I'm in it, because I did voice act in an episode of it. But which, you know, hey, if this is early recommendation, go listen to Tales of the Radiator and hear my beautiful, beautiful, luscious voice as I narrate the horrors that the character that I was narrating the story for goes through. Because it's a good show. It's a good show. I probably should have been using a smaller brush for this, so I'm gonna transition to that right now. The woods behind a little school, to an end and one came home. We did not go in there alone. Your eyes looked lovely as we danced with centipedes and little ants. We built a fort of lovers' teeth and some of mother's sheets. I was a boy and I was good, but there are witches in these woods. That song was like stuck in my head for like a good couple weeks, but now my head is replaced with the one specific part at the end, like the last half of I Know the End by Phoebe Bridgers. It's super earwormed in my head, and I want to make it stop. So time to go back to listen to this on repeat by San Furman for like 20 hours. I'm pretty sure this song is probably going to be my like Spotify being like, you could not stop listening to this year, what was that about? And me being like, haha, it was for Malevolent. It's for Malevolent. It's always for Malevolent. Because why not? Sometimes a song just hits you that way. And that is fine. That is dandy. I need to go back to this frame and add this. There we go. There we go. This isn't gonna look juicy, but that's fine. Let me just, there we go. Let's see. I'm actually gonna make it a bit shorter. There we go. So it'll be like... yeah, I think what I'll do for today, make it a bit of a short one, but I'm tired and I really want to play video games. which is bad time for me to go streaming when I really want to play video games, but I also need to motivate myself to start this. So obligation usually helps. I'll probably end the stream once I get this done, but I might also make like a little GIF of this, and I'll do that on stream so you can see my GIF making process for it. But you know, because I actually I figure out a way how to make GIFs that actually look good on my thing, and that makes me very happy because my if you don't use Clip Paint Studio, here's the thing about Clip Paint Studio that makes me incredibly upset, is that Clip Paint Studio's GIF making thing is horrible. So there's that. And there we go. There we go. It goes noom. It goes noom. Look at my car. Look at my car. It goes noom. I don't know why that amuses me so much. What does this look like when the thing is completely saturated? I'm sorry, I'm having so much fun with that. I'm going to lower this down a little bit. There you go. Save this. I don't need that. Because the car, and the one time I have the car, double check to make sure it's saved. Yep. And then cut this. We're going to cut it all. It's all off. Don't need it. Actually, we do need it, but we don't need it for now. Use it for later. Because we're not saving this file like this. We're going to be saving this as a video. So we're going to export the animation as a movie. And we're going to make it the... Let's whip to... Render this shit. Thank you. Okay. Now that that's rendered... No, we don't save that. We don't need that. We don't need it at all. Actually, let's see the video. Here it is. And look, you can see that one right there. it just goes noom. It goes so fast! It goes so fast! It just goes noom. Oh my god, the car moving and the car moving. I'm gonna share this with this group. Hold on a second. And car go new. Although I gotta set this to another group of friends. Okay. I'm done being amused by that. I need a second. I also need to delete these two things. I don't need those. Oh, hey, go back. Go to videos. Delete these two things. Thank you. And Movavi. Movavi is what I've been using to put my video together. So we need the woods. Stop. Hold on a second. Put that in here. Take that and delete that. Export as a GIF. And so let's whip 2. And there we go. And I'm going to be putting this into here and sharing it online. And that's it. Don't need that. I'm actually going to be ending the stream now. Because, like I said, I am tired. I want to play video games. And I am satisfied with the work I got done today. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.